Yesterday, I uploaded this short video, upsizers, move quickly, it's a great time to upsize. And I got this comment on that video from yesterday, which really, this was going to be the thumbnail for this video, right? Because what this person says, and I'm about to read it out to you, is the mistake that I think so many sellers make. And I'll explain what it is. So I'm saying it's a great time to upsize. And in the video that I put out yesterday, I talk about making sure you got your conveyancer and your paperwork, your legal paperwork, contract ready first. This is what he's disagreeing with. So he's saying, I'm not sure I agree with this. In other words, being contract ready when you come to the market. You invest all that time and cost, and then you can't find anywhere you want to buy. No, prepare your house for sale, clean, repair, and declutter, whilst looking at the market you want to buy into. Then go out viewing. You may not find anything you want, but you'll have a clean, uncluttered home and not wasted money. Getting contract ready puts undue pressure on you to move, and you may make a bad purchase. I know, I've done it. And he goes on to say that the 1st of April stamp duty increase isn't really a deadline or a target, as the extra cost will come off the purchase price. Stamp duty manipulation simply diverts money from the seller into the government or vice versa. When it's cut, the purchase price increased by that amount, same the other way around. Yeah, okay, that's the second point. I'll come on to that. But this is the mistake. This is the catch-22 that a lot of sellers, I think, find themselves in, which is, what if we can't find someone to buy? And so a lot of sellers come into the process like only half committed. We'll put our house in the market, but we're not really sure. And the point is, if you really want to sell, then yes, you risk a few £100s. That's true. You do risk wasting a few £100s on the conveyancing, because you don't have to do the entire conveyancing package. You just got to get the paperwork prepared. Okay. And my point is that is a worthwhile risk. Let me just stop. It's a worthwhile risk because of how much it improves the chances of you selling faster and for more money. So I've called this video the £15,000 mistake, because I'm saying that this mistake is costing sellers at least 5% of the potential sale price of their home, and lost opportunity from moving too late, and increased chance of wasting money on conveyancing fees when a deal falls through because it's taken too long because you had nowhere to move to. And there is a valid point, which is, don't do that unless you've got somewhere you're sure you want to move to. And yes, there's a valid point where he says it might pressure you into moving and then doing a bad move. And but that's not because you sold. If you see what I'm saying. If you made a poor purchase decision, then that's just a poor purchase decision. It's nothing to do with the fact that you got your house ready for sale first, because here's the trade-off. Okay, so taking his approach, you risk a few £100s wasted on conveyancing. That's what his point of view is. But what I'm saying is that taking his approach, actually, you risk much longer on the market. And in this particular market, if you're selling, it's not moving up, it's going down, whatever the papers say, right? You also risk the biggest problem, which is not getting competing buyers bidding on your home, because that is the only way you ensure that you sell for the best price. Now, you imagine yourself as a buyer, right? And you got a selection of homes to choose from, and one of them is on the market as contract ready. What does it tell you? It tells you that that seller is less likely to waste your time as a buyer. They are more committed to selling. You will be able to complete the purchase faster because they've already done the time-consuming part of getting the paperwork ready in advance. And so it's going, just the very fact that it is contract ready as a sale is going to result in more buyers wanting that house. And the more buyers that want that house, the more money you will sell that house for, and sooner. All right. Yes, as the seller, you do need to find somewhere to move on to. And yes, you are spinning plates. There's no way around doing that. And yes, if you can't find somewhere to move to when it comes time to exchange on the sale of your existing home, you've got a choice to make. Do we complete the sale and move out and go into stay with family or into rented or temporary or get in a van and whatever it might be? Or do we pull out of the sale if you haven't found someone to live? Or can you negotiate an extension with the buyer? For example, you could do an exchange with a delayed completion, perhaps. There are various things that you can do. But the trouble is that defensive approach, which is don't get contract ready, that might waste time and money. Well, it's not a waste of time if you're selling. Actually, it's the opposite. It's going to save you a lot of time than if you do it later, right? Might it waste a bit of money if you don't sell? Yes, but that is the full extent of your risk, right? Whereas not following my advice, the risk is much greater. You're going to sell for a lot less money. And in my mind, what I know is that if the sort of true mean fair market value is here, people who are overpaying are paying like 5% above, and people who are getting a bargain are getting 5% below what a property would have got had it been marketed properly by the agent in the first place, right? So it's at least 5% that you are risking losing on the sale price of your property if you don't sell it quickly and efficiently with competing buyers. If you end up like most of the properties on the market, and I really mean most, I mean, the ratio of unsold properties to sold properties at the moment on the market is 4.6 to 1. That's from Best Agent data, right? There are 4.5 properties sitting there unsold for sale for every one property that's showing as sold. And of those ones that are showing as sold, at least a third of them are falling through and coming back on the market as well. Okay, so if you want to be in that minority of sellers that is selling quickly and for the best price the market will pay for that home, then I'm sorry, but my approach is the only way to make sure that you do that. Okay, it will sell faster and it will get a better price, and you will probably get a lower fee from your agent if you come to the market contract ready. So the mistaken assumptions that commenter was making assume that it doesn't matter how long it takes to sell your house, you'll get the same price. That is a demonstrably false assumption. The other assumption he's making is that the chances of it falling through remain the same no matter how long it's on the market. That's also false, all right? And all I hear from buyers who've had offers accepted at the moment is how frustrated they are that the seller isn't ready. I get messages on a weekly basis from buyers going, how long am I supposed to wait? The seller's conveyancer hasn't even sent over the paperwork yet. How long am I supposed to wait? How long am I supposed to wait? So honestly, if you take this backwards attitude to selling your house, which is we'll put on the market, but we're not really going to commit to selling, you're asking for trouble. You're creating more work and risk for the agent. They're going to want to charge you a higher fee, and you're going to get a lower price for your house. So I understand, but that attitude is very, very short-sighted because he's only thinking about, but I might lose the conveyancing money. Yeah, you might. But in my mind, that risk is far smaller than the risk of selling your house for 5% less than you would otherwise get if you sold it properly. There you are, guys. That was just a very quick, unprompted live stream. Hi, Imdadul, and hi, Jason. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.